Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. Right, I got 4 games here to review, people. All of these came out in October. Truthfully, I should have given every one of these games their own video, but I was lazy and I didn't, so I'm going to be here now to talk about them with you. And just so I don't ramble on, this video isn't hours long, I've got my phone here. I'm going to give myself 2 minutes per game, and then I'm just going to stop. So yeah. Let's begin! The first game that came out in October that I was really interested in was The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, taking one of my favourite Zelda games, making it look a hell of a lot nicer and putting it on a console that needed fucking games. Was brilliant, you know. I really wanted to play through this game again anyway. It came out in HD, obviously. I was like, oh yeah, brilliant. And yeah, what can I say? It's a really, really, really good remake. And yeah, I would call it a remake before I would call it like a HD edition, you know, like we got most in the previous generation. You know, it's about as much as a remake as Ocarina of Time 3D was, you know. I love the additional controls, you know, like being able to actually move in first person, that's awesome. And all the other little tweaks like speeding up the animations and whatnot were all really well done. I also love the tingle bottles, you know. When you're sailing, you know, you're constantly collecting these little bottles that are just strewn all about the ocean. And they contain little posts from other players that have pictures in them. And Link can take selfies of himself. Some of them were hilarious, and they really made the sailing, which a lot of people moaned about, that much more, you know, like, exciting. It was brilliant. And speaking of the sailing, a lot of you are probably wondering about the speed sailing. Now, I gotta be honest, right? The Swift Sail, I acquired it, and I gotta say, fuck the fact that this thing makes you sail faster, right? I don't care about the fact that it makes you sail faster, but the fact that it changes the wind direction for you when you're sailing in said wind direction, that's amazing! You know, it puts less emphasis on the Wind Waker, and I suppose in the original they had to give the players some sense of fulfillment and being the ones that controlled the direction of the wind, but that's just so good. The fact that that wasn't in the first game was just unheard of, you know. That and the Triforce Quest is a little bit better, but honestly they didn't change it that much. But in any case, brilliant Zelda game, enjoyed it a lot, can't wait for the proper Wii U Zelda. Beyond Two Souls, oh my fucking god. Okay, now you guys know me, right? Do you? I don't know. I love David Cage. I love Quantic Dream, you know, the Nomad Soul, also known as Omnicron for the Dreamcast. That was a brilliant game. Shenmue ripoff, but still a brilliant game. Indigo Prophecy, also known as Fahrenheit. Why can't you keep your name right the same in other regions, David Cage? Brilliant game. I beat that in one sitting. I'd never played anything like it. The same with Heavy Rain, you know, had everything I loved about Indigo Prophecy, but they added so much more to it, making an experience that was one of the most unique and fulfilling I've had this generation. So obviously, he comes out with a sequel, or a spiritual successor to Heavy Rain. It's called Beyond Two Souls. And even when I popped this in, I was getting excited because it opens up kind of similarly to the Nomad Soul, you know, like where you got the lights in the background and they're talking about souls and stuff. It got me excited. And then I played it. Guys, okay, I've not played this for more than half an hour. I've sat down to play it twice, and both times I sat down to play it, I turned it off in disgust, right? This game isn't a game, okay? You've heard people say this about Heavy Rain, okay? Whenever they say that, they're talking pish. But when they say about this one, they mean it, okay? I don't see any choice here. I don't see any, like, you know, sort of gameplay. You're just watching it, and you pick something every once in a while. And everything I liked about Heavy Rain isn't in here, you know? I mean, maybe there's something I haven't seen, and like I said, I've only played about half an hour. I'm not even up to the prologue yet. But from what I played, I was literally that disgusted with it that I just wanted to shove it aside and get on to something else. It's quite a weird feeling that I could love Heavy Rain so fucking much, but detest this so much, you know? Not that big on Ellen Page either. I love Willem Dafoe because I love the Green Goblin, but yeah, Beyond Two Souls, bleh. I'm really glad I'm only giving myself 2 minutes, because I could go on for hours about this. Sonic Lost World. Okay, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I'm actually on the side that kind of doesn't like this game. You know, and there's a lot of people that are liking it, and the mixed reviews are definitely, you know, mixed. There's folk that are loving it to death, and there's folk that are hating it to death, okay? And I'm kind of on that side that doesn't like it. Why? Well, here, I'll be quick, I suppose. Bottom line is, this game's frustrating as fuck, you know? You die so much. I don't have fun dying all the time, you know? It reminds me back to the days of Sonic Unleashed, you know? That game, you died a lot in that game. It was mega frustrating, and I was just all the time. Sonic Unleashed, by the way, is actually a really important game to me because it's the game that I'm so split down the middle with. And the thing is, this game has everything I disliked about Sonic Unleashed, but nothing that I liked about Sonic Unleashed. Because even though you die a lot in Sonic Unleashed, you still felt like Sonic, you know? You still went really fast, you still made massive leaps, you still ran along walls and all that. You don't really do that much in this game. Yes, you run along walls, yes, you make massive leaps and all that, but you don't really do it very fast, you know? When I make a leap in this game, I don't feel like I'm Sonic. When I do the spin dash is pathetic. It doesn't make you go any faster. It's just there for show, pretty much, you know? And, you know, all the worlds in this game are ripped right out of New Super Mario. Fuck, shut the fuck up! I don't care if it was a threat. All the level themes in this game are taken right out of New Super Mario Brothers. There's your forest, there's your ice world, there's your lava world, your desert world, your cloud world. It's... what the fuck, you know? And of course the whole premise is like Super Mario Galaxy. It's like, it's not a Sonic game. It's like they put Sonic in a Mario game and they took away his speed, making everything that's fun about Sonic away, even to a long-time fan like myself. So yeah, kind of disappointed to be honest. Hopefully his next game's better. And lastly we've got Ace Attorney 5 Dual Destinies. Oh boy, where to begin with this fucking one? I beat it the other night there, and it was amazing. I really, really liked this game, you know. I was so torn about it, you know, before it was coming out. Not just because of the fact that it was digital only, which I still fucking hate, by the way. There was things that they were doing in the game that I kind of questioned, you know, like bringing Phoenix back and having sort of a even more emphasis on Apollo. Because I usually don't like Apollo, you know, Apollo Justice. But I gotta say, he was probably my favourite character in this game. They really did the character more justice here. Yes, the pun is intended, why not? Than they did in his own game, you know? I would go as far as to say that this is the best Phoenix Wright game post the original trilogy. You know, the original trilogy is still the best, but this one is better than Ace Attorney Investigations, it's better than Apollo Justice. It's really, really good. You know, the characters are good, the story is really good. It's just... I can't really moan about it. It's a stupid fucking game, right? Those of you that know, the main prosecutor in this game is actually a death row convict, and he's been arrested, but he's allowed to stand up in court. Even by the end of the game, I'm like, that's fucking stupid. And there's a lot of moments like that where you're just like, I don't know, the Ace Attorney series is known for its stupidness. I mean, in the first game, Phoenix Wright cross-examined a parrot in court, and it was amazing, okay? You don't really get that sort of payoff here. It just seems stupid for the sake of being stupid. But yeah, I suppose the localization was a bit tacky. Like some graphics were kind of weird with English text over them, and there was a lot of typos, more than any other game to be honest. So if this was handled by a different localization team, I can sort of notice it, and they sort of did a poor job. So yeah. Looking forward to the DLC case, really hoping that Capcom actually rips us off at this point and releases like a complete edition of Phoenix Wright in physical form with the DLC case on it. I would buy that. I would give Capcom the money they don't deserve, but it would be Phoenix Wright, and I went over 2 minutes with this one. But Phoenix Wright's worth it, so yeah. That's 4 games quickly reviewed there. Hopefully in November I'll give full reviews to games, or if you guys like this, you know, let me know and I'll stick with this, I suppose. So, yeah. See you after, thanks for watching. Bye bye.